Hey, what's up everyone? My name is techgeekjosh and I'm back again with a new video. And this time I got these two smartphones from Letgo. But first, I gotta tell you guys something. Remember that last video that I posted that was roughly 31 minutes long? Yeah, that video will be deleted actually. And if you guys are watching this video a long time from when it's posted, then most likely that video that I'm talking about will be long deleted and you guys are probably going to have no idea what I will be saying in this video. But for those of you who actually watched that video and actually gave me a little support, and last time that I checked, I think I had roughly like 13 likes and a couple comments on that video, which I appreciated immensely. But considering how that video basically turned out to be and how long it is, that video is going to be taken down for those wondering. So let's continue with this video. So basically, if you guys caught what I said in that last video, for those of you who did watch it, I basically talked about this secret phone in that I did not want to reveal it or speak of it in that video. And well, if you couldn't already tell, this, my friends, is the secret phone that I was talking about. And if you didn't read the title already, which you probably should have prior to clicking this video, this is an iPhone 6s Plus, rose gold. You can see that it has the S logo, which means it's a 6s Plus. And you can also see how big it is. So anyway, enough of the obvious statements and whatnot. But basically, this is no ordinary iPhone 6s Plus, apart from it being my bad, not space gray. Apart from it being rose gold, it's a 128 gigabyte 6S Plus, so that makes it even more special to me. And well, long story short, I just said it. This is basically the secret phone I was talking about in that video. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one along with this one, and I'll also explain a little bit about this one too, but hopefully not as long. So let's take a look at the 6s Plus itself, since it's the main star of this video. So as you can clearly tell from the front, it is in basically pristine condition, apart from a lot of smudges on the screen. Let me go ahead and wipe those off really quick. And once I wipe them all off, as you can see, it is literally in pristine condition with no cracks or scratches or any type of imperfection on the front display. See if I can get the camera to focus for no real reason, just for it to focus so you guys can get the best look that you can. Go down the screen very slowly, as you can see there. Take a look at the left side. I kind of have to have my left hand right here for a little bit of support most of the time. Buttons are intact. They work. They click. And this button works. It flips and whatnot. Top, and basically I use my left hand to make the camera focus some other times too. So there's the top of it, right side of it. Oh, as I kind of hold it the wrong way, almost drop it. The power button, however, is like the only button that doesn't have that really satisfying click when you turn it on and off, which I will get to in a moment. And the SIM tray is intact. And it actually did come with a Verizon SIM card in it, so that's kind of cool. And well, here's the last part of it on the bottom. Take a close look at that. See if you can spot any damage yourself, which I can almost guarantee that you guys probably can't. Apart from very, very few scrapes, if you can see that, if that's even a scrape, maybe that's just some kind of reflection from the light. And last but not least, on the back, as you can see, the camera lens is not busted in any way. And, well, yeah, there's a very, very, very few scuffs, as you can see right here where I'm pointing. A little bit of scuffing there, but probably the most scuffs and basically slight damage on this phone is basically on the lower right-hand corner, where it's pretty scuffed right here, but not as much as you would expect. So that's obviously not too not too bad. There's all the information, model number 1634 for those wondering. And while I'm speaking of the iPhone 6s Plus, I also have this little guy, which is the regular iPhone 6s. This is a gold 32 gig iCloud locked iPhone 6s. And also, the camera lens is busted on this, but that's not really a big deal because it's iCloud locked. It's basically for parts. And take a look at the front screen, and well, it has a glass screen protector that's either poorly installed or it's starting to come off. This is basically how it looked when I got it, and I'm not really wanting to take off the screen protector. Even though I'm not going to use it, I still want to keep it on there just because I don't really like to take them off if they look this good. Not the screen protector, but the phone itself. But basically, the main reason why I didn't do a dedicated video when I got this was because, well, I paid $40 firsthand, by the way. I paid $40 for this. And you can call me stupid or call me anything you want, but that was probably kind of a ripoff. But basically, it's a parts phone, I guess you could say. It does work, powered on, probably still has a good charge left in it, as you can see there. But yeah, iCloud locked, iPhone 6s, 32 gig gold. And I think the last time that I checked the IMEI, oh, it's not back here, it's in the SIM tray, right there. Last time I checked, I think it said that it was blacklisted, so there you go. And it was not like this when I got it, by the way, just for those wondering. It has reachability as well, you can see there. I've actually, not too long ago, found that out. Lightly press the home button twice on iPhones of this caliber to make that, enable, if that makes sense. But yeah, I can go through and prove that it's iCloud locked, but I just simply don't want to, and there's no point in doing so. You guys just got to take my word for it. And some of you probably already seen this on social media. Well, if you guys haven't on social media, then, well, this is your basically first look of it too, and it does have Race to Wake pre-enabled, as you can see there. I'm not pressing any buttons. So that works pretty much flawlessly. But anyway, it's just the iPhone 6s, 32 gig gold, iCloud locked, that I'll never be able to use. And, well, the main reason why I didn't do a dedicated video on it was because I just simply felt the need not to do a video on it because it's nothing special. And by the way, if I was going to do a video on it, the title probably would have been something like, I don't know, the $40 iPhone 6s, but I got scammed. And I did get scammed, but I don't really feel the need to go over why I got scammed in case I take about freaking 20 minutes to explain the whole thing. And since I've had this a while, I've probably already, forgot most of how I got scammed about it. So anyway, there's your quick look at a phone that I got that I didn't do a video about. 32 gigabyte gold iPhone 6s. Now back to the main part of this video, which is the 6s Plus. So now that I basically taken you around this phone and showed you the overall condition, the most and really, really unfortunate part of this phone is that it's water damaged. Yes, it's water damaged. I actually did a little check of the water damage indicators because I had to watch a short video on how to check water damage on iPhones like this. There's a little indicator on the inside of the SIM tray. Popped it out. I looked with a little light on one of my other phones, and the water indicator or water damage indicator is red, so it's damaged in there too. And I think another indicator was in the headphone jack or even the charging port, but strangely enough, I don't think I could see any damage or any red indicators in both of these ports, so that's quite odd. But I did see it after like a minute of trying to get the light on it. I did see it, and it was red. And the person that was selling it basically said that it was water damaged, or it was damaged like this for over a year now. So I'm not quite sure, but I would have to guarantee that it's basically too late to save this phone, meaning put it in rice, obviously, because everything's probably all dried up by now and everything. By the way, if you couldn't already tell, which you probably could tell, there is no type of screen protector over this phone. This is basically how I got it. But yeah, water damaged, 128 gigabyte iPhone 6s Plus. And the cool part about it was that they said that if I ever got it to work or to turn on, which it currently does not turn on, if anybody is wondering, no power via the power button, no power if I touch and hold both of these buttons. So, and I charged it, but for a very short time, probably not even an hour, probably about I don't know. It's been a little bit, probably for like 5 minutes. I've charged it, even though that's probably definitely not enough time to see if it'll actually turn on. But basically, water damage 6s Plus, 128 gig. That I'll never use. But getting back to what the person told me, they said if I got it working and turned on, they would actually give me the iCloud information to actually, I guess you could say, make it a fully working 6s Plus. So that would actually be pretty cool. But unfortunately, I have definitely no expertise in fixing phones of this caliber. I'm not about to try and disassemble this to fix it myself. So, as long as it's with me, it's probably just going to be a freaking, more or less a freaking paperweight. Because that's what you call most of these phones that are broken, just paperweights, expensive paperweights for this one. But yeah, everything works. Buttons click, the home button clicks, volume rockers click, the side switch clicks up and down. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the power button doesn't have a satisfactory click. It does click, but it's not that clicky, if you know what I mean. I probably already said that it wasn't as clicky as it's supposed to be now that I think about it, but just trying to make things more clear. I tend to repeat myself a lot if you guys don't already know. But yeah, it's cool nonetheless. It'll be added to my iPhone collection, obviously. So that basically does it for the main attraction of this video. Now on to that other phone. And well, this is the other guy, and this is a ZTE Obsidian for those who don't know. And this one specifically is for Metro, which is quite funny and quite, well, I don't know, just quite funny because I actually have two of these now. I have this one and I have another one that's actually sitting in a bin that's off of frame. Actually, now I take that back, it's actually in another room. It's not actually to the side of me, my mistake. I thought it was, but I have the bin in another room. But yeah, basically how I got this, and basically how I got the 6S Plus, how I got both of these, is basically I initially traded my iPhone 2G. Please let me know down below in the comment section if this was a good trade, because I actually would have to say yes, it was a good trade, especially for the 6S Plus, even though it doesn't work. My iPhone 2G worked for the most part, but most of the top portion of the screen was unresponsive to touch input. You can see everything up here, but you can't like click icons and click stuff to go into, stuff. But the bottom portion, sorry about that, I thought my mother interrupted me like she always does. But anyway, like I was saying, the bottom portion of that iPhone 2G that I had, it did work. It was responsive. You could scroll between all the screens and whatnot. And basically from when I first got it, and if you guys don't know where I got it from, well, it's actually on the channel, just in one particular video, where I think it was the video that I got 15 smartphones, or, no, actually not 15, but I think around 11 or 12 smartphones for like $15. You guys may have to go check on that. But yeah, that's basically how I got that iPhone 2G. And basically, I never used it since. It was just basically sitting in one spot for most of its life when I had it. So I just figured, why not trade it off and get rid of it, since it wasn't in the best condition anyway. But yeah, that's basically how I got that one. How I basically got the 6S Plus. And I actually asked the person if by any chance I was able to get another phone, or one more phone specifically, from the little container that they had from when they first met up. And well, they agreed that any of the Android phones that they had was fine, so we met up. And I think all this happened actually just last night, matter of fact. So we met up, the same people. We known each other from the first time that we met, when I bought those 3 other smartphones. And basically, he basically told me the story on how the 6S Plus was damaged, and you guys may not believe it, but it was actually true. The main reason why the 6S Plus was damaged, water damaged, was because they put it in the washer and dryer. That's crazy. And that's kind of stupid. But anyway, that's basically all over with. It's been damaged for about a year now, like they told me, and like I just told you guys. So, that's that. And well, basically, they said any of the Androids was fine, and met up last night around a little after 8 p.m. And I was searching through the bin that they had, the little container that they had, and basically, this was the only Android phone that was interesting out of the ones that they had in the bin. And honestly, I kid you not, it was just about like 4 or 5 Androids in there, and this was basically the best one out of the ones that they had. So I went ahead and picked it up, and well, here it is. Metro PCS ZTE Obsidian, which is actually unlocked. I'm going to insert my pattern, even though I really, shouldn't take it off a frame because it's the same pattern that you've seen on many phones. There you go. And it's unlocked using the Metro PCS Unlock app, and I think I unlocked it before I did a factory reset on it, and for some strange reason, the Unlock app is still on the device after it being unlocked. And when I go to check it, I will check it now, but there's no point in doing so since it is unlocked, and you guys will just have to take my word for it. Again, I did show this on social media. Some friends know about this one already, and whatever, and I showed them that it was unlocked and whatnot. So, and if I didn't show you guys, well, I'm telling you now that it's unlocked, but the app is still on the phone for some strange reason. And you guys should know about this phone. It's a pretty entry-level phone from Metro PCS. Of course, it's very old and outdated. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the condition of it. So as you can see from the front, no obvious screen damage of any sort. But however, the earpiece was full of dirt and debris. So just a couple hours ago, I took a little brush that we had at the house here and in the kitchen, and I basically went back and forth and I cleaned it out, and that got some of it out. And then I grabbed an old toothbrush that we had and made sure it was clean, and I basically took the head of it. It was a regular long toothbrush, nothing special. Took the head of it and actually pressed it down in the earpiece and just went back and forth. And after a couple swipes like this, I basically took it and I saw that it was actually wet. But I know what you may be thinking, that may have damaged it, but it actually didn't. I just, after, removing it from the earpiece, wipe, and I took it up, removed it, and I saw that it was wet and whatnot, and, well, it didn't damage it anyway. And as you can see, the earpiece is now cleaned out for the most part. It's much better than it was when I first got it, to say the least. Everything works on this phone. Absolutely everything. Front camera works, display works as you just saw just then. No touch issues whatsoever. Buttons work, but the overall body of it is in pretty decent shape, and I think the most damage this phone has is basically at this top portion up here, where if you can see it has a little bit of a ding right over here in this corner. If the phone can focus. Actually, let me tap the screen. Yeah, you can see that right there. Little ding right there. Little dings right over here and whatnot. Nothing bad. And that's basically the extent of the damage on this phone. As you can see here, here's the bottom. No dings or anything. The right side, no dings or anything. Charging port works. Like I just mentioned, everything works on this phone. No problem. Camera works. Flash works. Actually, I haven't tested the flash. No, actually, I have tested the flash. My bad. Yes, it does work. Speaker works. Sorry there, I had to take a little burp. So anyway, not that I should mention that, but there you go. Yeah, perfectly working. Almost mint-condition ZTE Obsidian. That's pretty entry level, but still works pretty dang well for how old it is. And well, there you go. It's pretty abysmal if you guys don't know about it. It has about like 4 gigs of space, or maybe even 2 gigs of available space, or something of the sort. Just know that it's very awful in storage in 2019. But it's a pretty decent entry-level phone nonetheless. That works, no problem. So it looks like that's going to do it for me in this video. So let me know, what do you guys think about this deal? Definitely let me know down in the comment section below. Turn on post notifications so that you'll never miss when I upload. Like the video if you found it enjoyable in any way possible. And I know it's another rather long video, but nowhere near as long as that previous 31-minute video. But anyway, and also subscribe to the channel because we're nearly at 6,000 subs and we have a couple hundred more to go. So that's going to be awesome. So anyway, with all that being said, I will catch everyone again in the next video.